Hey guys, it's ANicWin, also known as Amy, and happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a lovely day. This is an apartment renovation here in San Myshuno. Apartment renovations seem to be, I don't know, like a fad, a trend, a phase, a kick. I don't know. I'm on something. I'm really enjoying them. I like the simplicity of it. And I decided to give this unit a try. This is in 1313 Chic Street, I think 131321. I don't know. There's 1,000 numbers in that title. And it is what it is. But we're in this unit, and I was thinking for my backstory for this one is that it is two members, two roommates, who are complete and total opposites, but they share one common I want to say goal. It's not a goal. They're in a band. I'm making this weird. They're in a band together. So they thought they'd kind of give living together a try. They have other band members. I'm thinking probably like two or three others, but they all have, living arrangements already. So these two kind of got together and kind of talked about their options, and it turns out that she, because I'm imagining this is a male and a female, she has a stepfather that owns this building. There was a crime committed here, obviously, and this unit is just not in the best condition, and he is allowing her to live here, not rent-free, but for a significantly reduced price. Is that nice of him? Maybe. Personally, I think there's an ulterior motive, but that's just me. So they've decided they're going to give this a try. It could blow up in their face. It really could. This could kind of force one or both of them to leave the band or completely disband the band. That felt redundant, but things could go south fast, or this could end up being the best thing ever. They could become really, really great friends, or romantic interest. I mean, you really have options for how you could play this type of storyline, which I love. I love it when there's multiple ways that this could go because I'm messy like that. So as you can see, I did lower that mirror. I wanted to place one underneath the bed, but if you left it at normal height, it was kind of clipping into the bed frame. I just removed the wall and lowered it with the 0 and 9 key. Can't remember which one I use currently. And I did place a dresser underneath the bed, and just kind of cluttered it up with things that I thought that he would like. So he's got a CD player. He's got the little Chaz. I think its name is Chaz. It's a My Sim doll. I'm imagining that's probably like his, favorite musical artist, and he's just got a little like Funko Pop of him because I enjoy that idea. And then I give him a little. I know I just used the locker in the last build, but I wanted to use it again because it works as a bookshelf, but it also looks like storage, and that's really what I was going for. Then I give him a desk because I'm imagining they might both still be in university as well until their music career takes off. Then I give him his own little entertainment center with a very small TV and a little games. I'm imagining that's probably like a PlayStation with a chair. So his vibe is more, he likes the darker tones. He's more industrial. He's into beat up vintage looking things. This is just his style. I really enjoyed making this room. It's small, but it came together really quickly. Then we jump into her room. Now she's like a blend of feminine and edgy, if that's fair to say. So I give her a single bed as well, and I just sort of focus on creating this little sleeping space. Right when you walk in, her room is really where she comes to relax and kind of tap into both sides of her personality. She's more into the DJ mixing. She's definitely got a handle on the electronic side of music, and she likes blending the two. But I also think that she plays guitar and piano. I think he plays piano as well. So I give her the Freezer Bunny guitar, and then I give her a little seating area where these two windows meet, just because I think it's an awkward space. And there wasn't really anything else that I felt comfortable putting there except for a chair. So that's what I did. Then we work on her dresser slash desk area. And I decided to use this little trick with the shelf because I also want to make this a vanity. So this is really her, like her space. That makes no sense. But this is where she gets ready, but it's also where she maybe does her homework. It's where she'll write music. It's where she'll edit things. This is just kind of where she spends the bulk of her time when she's here in this apartment. And I do the same trick here with the mirror in just a second where I lower it. So if you need a mirror for functionality purposes, it's probably not going to be either one that's in the bedroom, but there's one in the living room and there's two in the bathroom. So you definitely have options. But to make it look more realistic as a vanity, it needed to be lower because you're not going to be sitting and have the mirror like 2 head heights above you. That makes no sense. What would be the point? And I didn't want to do a full length wall mirror because I didn't want it to take up the entire wall. I wanted to be able to see the brick. So that was my solution. For better or worse, it ended up working out. And then as you can see, I am placing different clutter. I do give her a pencil caddy. I decided not to give her any sort of textbook or anything like that because, to be honest, if she's in media or something like that in school, she probably does not have a bunch of physical books. She's probably like all electronic all the time. So I just didn't feel like that would be really representative of her. I then give her, oh, there's another mirror on the wall. See, there's so many mirrors in this apartment. I was not aware of that. And then we throw in the new rug, and that's it for her room. Then we jump into the bathroom here. This is a pretty simple, standard bathroom. I give them the sink with no storage because I felt like that was more realistic. I then give them a medicine cabinet, though, so they do have storage, even though Sims don't really need it. I give them kind of the crappier toilet, but I do splurge on the shower tub combo because why not? I throw down a pile of clothing because I'm imagining at least one of them is a little bit messy, and I just sort of fill out a few more decorations. I decided to keep that sort of brown color scheme in here. This is really the first room where you're going to kind of see both of their styles blending together, but this also to me shows that they don't spend a ton of time in this apartment. And so the bathroom is just kind of like, yeah, whatever, it functions. Like, I don't need it to look great. And then we head into the living room here. Again, here, kind of similar to the hallway in the bathroom. I wanted to blend both styles. It kind of succeeds. I don't know for sure if I do. I think I lean more towards her style than his in the end, but I do try a give and take. And this room was a little difficult for me to lay out in the beginning, I'm not going to lie to you, because that window, that little mouse hole, the vent in the floor, the body outline in the floor, those pipes, you can't move some of those things. Actually, all of those things. You can't move any of them. And you need to access all of them, or it's a pain to play in the apartment. So I was trying to be aware of all of that. I was trying to avoid a rug clipping through the vent as well. And in the end, it couldn't be helped. I mean, I could have rotated that rug, but then you would have seen more of the body outline. It was just a headache. I eventually figured it out, but it did take some maneuvering, for lack of a better word. As you can see, I gave them the fake fireplace mantle. I've done this before where I add a jungle adventure tile behind it. I really only do that because if you don't, all you see is the wall. And that looks so strange to me that I can't stand to leave it like that, so I didn't. And that's my solution. I'm sure there are other things that you could do, other things that you could use. And I haven't really played around with that a whole lot because I typically just go for a fireplace. But I was just feeling this time around for some reason. And then we jump into the piano area, I guess is what you could call it. We're still in the living room, and I decided I wanted to give them a what do you call that? Against the wall piano. It's got a standing piano. I don't know. It's got some sort of name that I can't recall at this particular moment. And I've definitely done this before. I don't know if I've done it for a video, but this little hack's been around for a while. It's completely functional. And I lowered the top piece. Normally you would raise it a little bit more for the look. And I kept it lowered because I use those dine out menus to replicate a music stand. I wanted it to be a little bit lower, but I couldn't push that into the wall anymore. And I didn't want to pull it out because then the bench was going to be like past the wall. So I kind of compromised there. I do kind of like that it's lower because I was able to add a little bit more clutter to the top, which I do later. As you're going to see, we're going to move on. But that is fully functional. And I'm actually thrilled with the way that it came out because I wasn't sure if me adding all of that stuff was going to make it work, and it did. So pleased as punch. I decided to give them the tiniest dining space, and I use the tiny living dining table that's bar height along with the 2 new bar stools. And then we jump into the kitchen, and then this is where I get a little bit crazy. I decided to use the Country Kitchen Kit, which is a mouthful. No, not cabinets, countertops. And then I use the City Living used grungy looking cabinets. And I did that because I wanted to use those countertops, but I don't like the corresponding cabinets that go with that for this unit. I like them by themselves. And these two, they're not the same color, but they're close enough in color that it felt realistic. What it kind of looks like to me is they purchased them maybe at like a restore. You know, those like Habitat for Humanity type stores where people donate things after they've been renovated and you can purchase it and all the proceeds go to various charities and things like that. I'm imagining they purchased both there because they're cheaper and installed them both here because, again, it's cheaper. And I don't know, I know mixing cabinets and counters is not everyone's cup of tea, but I personally really like the way it looks. I like doing it. And then I'm just cluttering up the kitchen. I feel like I reach for the same items a lot, but I do try to pick different color swatches to switch it up. And you'll see here in just a moment, there is a cut because I bring in a sim to play test things and I swap a few things around and add a few more decorative items throughout the apartment. I do leave that on camera. Some of it, I don't leave the play testing on camera, but I leave the changes on camera so that you can see what the final product really will look like. And on that note, I'm going to leave you guys here. I am so sorry for my voice today. I'm sorry for the amount of cuts in the voiceover. I'm having a little bit of a difficult time talking because I'm just not feeling very well. So I appreciate your patience. As always, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below letting me know what you think. You can also subscribe if that's something that would spark joy for you. I will be posting the screenshots on Instagram as per usual if you want to head over there and check those out. I will see you on Saturday with my next video, and in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely rest of your week. Bye, guys.
How many times have I fallen for you? Every promise you never delivered. How many times all the words that you said had me mixing the sweet with the bitter? But I know what you're saying, don't need no explaining. You're making me shake and shiver. You shine in your shoes, but hey, I got news. I ain't falling for all of that glitter. This time, as ready as I can be. This time, I'll be running free. I've been afraid to go out in the night just to fall on my deepest desire. How many times did I call it a day, leaving all of my hopes in the fire? I know what you're saying, don't need no explaining. You're making me shake and shiver. You shine in your shoes, but hey, I got news. I ain't falling for all of that glitter.